Assalamu alaikum, brother. Thank you for writing to our live session. Reading your question and your situation, you and your family have a lot going on. Sadly, your dad is gone all the time, and your mom is very withdrawn, it seems. But sadly, she's depressed. This could be a result of, the way she was raised, and treated while she was, growing up, and further compounded by your father's treatment of her. You state that your father's family as well were very judgmental and bothered your mother a lot. And there were nights where she would spend crying alone, and your dad did not even care. This is very sad, right? Because a marriage is supposed to be one of love, mercy, and protection, right? Your dad was supposed to protect your mom and show mercy and love for her, but that did not happen. And as it sounds, your mom growing up did not have that either, except from her father, who sadly has transitioned. You state that your mom tried to be both, mother and father, because your father was gone most of the time. So she did her best trying to raise you and your siblings. And sadly, she forgot about her own needs, right? She didn't take care of herself, and she put everybody else first. And sometimes that's kind of common when a woman has a lot on her, and a woman, a mom, is kind of raising children and running the family by herself because the husband is either absent or gone or caught up with work, etc. So not only is she depressed and she doesn't care for herself, but she also, has taken on the role of both mother and father to do the best that she could for her siblings. Now, I noticed that at one part you stated that you and your siblings realized that your mother did everything for you, but instead you became lazy and do not treat your mother like she deserves because you were not taught and she never asked. But however, I'm going to rebuttal that statement, my dear brother, because your mom shouldn't have to ask how to be treated good, and you should not have to be taught how to treat your mom good, right? You and your siblings should have just treated her with the utmost respect and kindness, and not be lazy and help out around the house and do things. And I know sometimes, like moms, they want to do everything, right? They don't want their kids, to have the burden of doing dishes or taking out the garbage. They feel maybe they should focus on their homework or whatever, right? But, seeing your mom and actualizing that, seeing her do everything for you and your siblings would inspire you, you would think, for all of you to help her, right? It's not something that's taught. It's not something that she has to ask for. It should just be done. And alhamdulillah, at this point, you have realized that, and inshallah, you are helping your mom out more and being more of a benefit to her in regards to helping out and showing appreciation. As I understand, you have a brother who is mentally ill. And shockingly, as I understand, your father hits him as a treatment, as you stated. And brother, that's abuse, okay? And that needs to stop immediately. I mean, I don't know where you live or how you go about reporting this where you live, but for instance, in the United States, there's places where, you could go for help. There's places where you can get intervention and you could report it, because the abuse of a child is haram, it's sinful, and in a lot of countries and places, it is illegal, okay? Your brother has mental health illness. He needs to be taken to a therapist. He needs counseling. He needs intervention so he can get better, okay? Not getting him treatment is kind of like haram, right? Because we're supposed to trust in Allah, but tie our camel. Meaning we trust in Allah, like things will get better, and we know that Allah is the ultimate healer. However, we tie our camel, meaning we need to do the things that will help resolve the situation. So in this case, your brother needs to get mental health counseling, an evaluation and treatment. And he needs to be treated with kindness and love. And your father's treatment of him needs to be immediately addressed, right? He's abusing somebody who is mentally ill. And abusing somebody who's not mentally ill is bad enough, right? That's haram, sinful, and illegal. However, abusing a child that's mentally ill is like really off the top. So I kindly suggest that, if possible, brothers, just sit down with your family. When things are calm, talk with them. You might want to write down points, such as, you want your mom to get a better life. You want your mom, to get counseling as well because she's depressed. Your brother who's mentally ill also needs counseling and treatment. And your father needs to stop abusing your brother, or there will be ramifications. There will be accountability, not only legally within the place that you live, but to a law. It's just like there's so much intervention needed with your family that I hope you all can come together. I'm not sure how many siblings you have, but if you can get together, have a talk, write down your points, and write down possible solutions, right, that everybody can agree upon moving forward to make the family more functional, alhamdulillah. But one of the main things here is your brother gets the proper treatment. Your mom gets treatment for her depression. Your father immediately stops abusing your brother and others, if he is. And you all start to practice Islam and value the way of life that Islam has taught us, right? And this way of life is one of responsibility, one of balance, one of love, one of mercy, and one of protection of each other. And your dad is supposed to be the head of the family. He's supposed to be teaching these values. He's supposed to be living these values and illustrating them, and he's not, right? So you really need to pray to Allah, and Allah touches his heart and opens his eyes and helps him to realize what's going on within his family because of his lack of implementing the qualities of an Islamic husband and father, right? So a lot of this, shouldn't have to be on you, but, sadly, it may be, initially anyhow, so just by, requesting a family meeting and bringing up your concerns and bringing out the points and possible solutions, may hopefully, inshallah, inspire your father to take action. And while you're creating possible solutions, my dear brother, I would suggest that, inshallah, that you offer to have the family all pray together. Start praying together, reading Quran, going to the masjid together, just strengthening your Islam and strengthening your desires to please Allah and to be that Islamic family, that values and exhibits and enforces the foundations of an Islamic life, right? Because the family is the foundation of our Islamic society, of our ummah, and it's really important. So inshallah, brother, please do call a family meeting, make the points, write them out so you can discuss them without, forgetting them or getting sidetracked, and discuss them with possible solutions. And you may even want to bring to the table, Quranic verses and hadiths and things to back up, proofs to back up, what you're talking about and your concerns. And stay close to Allah, brother, and continue to make dua for your family. Continue to pray that Allah softens your father's heart and heals your mother and your brother and your whole family. And that Allah just brings you all closer to Him as a family unit. We wish you the best.